JakeCosplays. Hans Trapp from Alsace-Lorraine and France. Hans is another of those holiday friends who brings of presents and joy, but punishment, pain, and even death in some circumstances. Hans was based on a real German knight named Hans von Trotha, who lived in the second half of the 15th century. This historical Hans fell afoul of some local monks and the church and was eventually excommunicated, though by the end of his life, he seems to have reconciled with the church and the excommunication order has lifted after his death. Not so according to the legend. Hans was evil to the core and delighted in committing foul deeds and living a debauched life. It was whispered that he'd made a pact with the devil, and even before his so-called death, he came to Rome in forests of historical Alsace-Lorraine, modern-day eastern France, and western Germany, though some legends place him in Bavaria in the south, having lost his mind as a result of the evil deeds he'd committed. Like all good fairy tales from that fertile region, children had the most to fear from him, for he was ever searching for them, for human flesh. He dressed in rags stuffed with straw, which made him look like a homicidal scarecrow. And indeed, he used a disguise to capture unwary travelers. That sounds very much like a Doctor Who episode of Forever Autumn. But more often, he sought out anyone who strayed too far into the woods, especially children. And so it was for many years until God decided to punish him while he roasted a child by striking him with lightning and splitting open his skull. Basically, the classic deity smite. This seems to have been a temporary setback, however, for soon he was offered a chance to redeem himself by, you guessed it, accompanying St. Nicholas to his excursions to both reward and punish children according to their year's deeds. In some versions of the legend, Hans was repentant his evil ways and now repays his debt to Nicholas by being his faithful servant, but in others, he's just as awful as he always was, and children cannot count on Nicholas's benevolence to save them from this demon if they've misbehaved. He's always on the lookout for that one that he wants to eat on Christmas Eve, by the way. Great, another animal. Children would sometimes sing songs to him at the holidays to explain how they've been good, and he shouldn't come to them with any ill intent. No words on how well this worked, though. Like so many of these weird Christmas monsters, the character of Hans is now a staple of holiday celebrations and pageants in Alsace and the surrounding areas, apologies if I butchered that, where the actor playing him often looks like a demonized version of Santa Claus. He might run up to children and scare them, but it's all in good fun. At least we hope so.
Greetings, my friends. Please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon on new video releases. If you want to support elsewhere, purchase merch in the link provided on the video. What was that?